probably have a difficult time finding, you know, like if you get a square peg and a square hole and everything slides in together perfect and everything's amazing personality-wise, you know, behavior-wise. Mm-hmm. I would imagine with someone like you, like it's very particular. You have to find someone who appreciates your intensity. Right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times guys they want a demure, you know, sort of like docile little creature. Like, oh, hi. How you doing, boys?
Whatever you need, I'll be home.
Well,
supper's on the table.
We'll be here when you get back. Right? And meanwhile, you're out there with a fucking go-kart going 150 miles an hour in the driveway.
Yep. Running 5 businesses.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You're going 200.
Yeah. So if you're saying what's wrong, the guy's like, fucking nothing. It's probably a bunch of other shit that's really wrong.
It's very insightful.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So what don't men understand about women? She's tapping her fingers and going through it. Everything.
I mean, I just think that we like to be, you know, we like to be told what you're thinking. I do. I like to know what someone's thinking. You know, the whole like, we're just, you know, just keeping to myself. Like, tell me about it. No, I want to know what yourself is thinking about. I want to know about you. What's going through your head? Like communication. Now,
is this universal amongst all your girlfriends when you get together and talk about?
I would think so, yeah. Yeah.
So the problem is like you look at a guy and say, you know, you really like this guy. And you're like, this fucking dude's some crazy mystery. Like, what's going on in your head, man?
Yeah, that's not good.
Spit it out.
Everyone wants to know where they stand and what someone's thinking.
Oh, where they stand.
Well, and where they stand and what they're thinking. Because, you know, what if they're thinking about someone else?
Oh, so you need to know.
And if you just
I need to know if you're all in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just an all-in person. So for me, it's not a mystery. Like, you want to know what's going on in my head? I'll tell you right now.
That's intense. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, if a guy's like off drifting, you automatically assume this motherfucker's thinking about somebody else.
Yeah, what are you up to? Exactly, that's what you're thinking. Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to ask.
I guess guys probably do that too.
And girls like to hear nice things too. Girls like to hear, girls like to be, girls like,
of course,
to be appreciated, just like a guy does. I mean, I think that's my advice most of the time in relationships. I'm like, sympathy goes a really long way because I know it goes a long way with me no matter what facet of my life it is. But, sympathy goes a long way. So, if your husband's in a bad mood, then why don't you just actually start off with, instead of feeling like you're underappreciated, going, hey, baby, you look like you've had a really long day and I'm sure you've been working your butt off. Like, can I make you dinner? Like, what do you want? What's your favorite? And they'll probably go, oh, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. You know what, babe, I'm fine. Hey, let me take you out to dinner. I get to eat. The sympathy gets sympathy back. And you don't, it's not good to do it to get it necessarily, but you should really feel like you are sympathetic. Like if they're in a bad place, try and help them.
That's sound advice.
Yeah.
Be nice to each other.
Just sympathy.
Just be nice.
Because most people go underappreciated, especially in a relationship. I think the longer it goes, there's a lot of underappreciation and assumptions that get made about who does what and checks that box off. And
people get
probably
used to each other.
Especially with kids, right? I mean, I'm sure with kids it gets way worse.
It's just there's a lot of time that's involved with taking care of those little suckers. You got to pay attention to them and talk to them, and if you have more than one, like once you start talking to one, the other one wants to just chime in, and show you what they're doing. And
you're like, wait, I was busy just trying to make sure you don't die, and now I got to deal with this.
Yeah, I think people get used to things, and that's part of the problem. They get used to each other,
taken for granted.
Yeah, they do, and then it's like I always tell people, aspire